And boy, it be sounding like I just be right up on the doggone phone. Y'all, I need to stop being lazy because if I wouldn't have the phone laying on the bed and I'm just laying here talking to y'all, maybe I wouldn't be hollering at y'all ear because I sure be listening to them little 5 seconds when I get ready to delete a video. And I be loud, boy. But I'm loud in general. Like I'm literally loud. Um, you know, especially at home. Like I'm always loud. I talk loud, I laugh loud. I'm just a loud person. I listen to my music extremely loud. Extremely. Did I really just say that? And y'all, that was my block of ice. Don't worry about it. Water only good when the ice can melt and it's always cold. Yes. So I'm sitting here waiting on that. And I said I was gonna go get my pizza out the oven, but guess what? Y'all, I put the pizza in the oven, didn't even turn the oven on. So I'm sitting here waiting on my pizza to get, done at this present moment. And I put it on the top rack. And I wanted it to slow cook because I like the bottom to be like real, real crispy, but not burnt crispy. And I like my cheese to be extremely melted. Unlike other individuals that be putting extra cheese on top of pizza. Oh my gosh, that pisses me off. That pisses me off, y'all. Like, I ain't gonna say no names. But it's this one particular person, it's one particular individual that every time they put pizza in the oven, they always gotta take, and then so ghetto, they use American sliced cheese and just be putting it on top of the pizza and putting it back in there. And then will take ranch dressing and just be drizzling it all over the pizza. I'm just like, if you ain't nasty, you nasty. Ain't pissing me off. Um, and then the other person that I'm talking about, why he used doggone like crushed red peppers or like pepper flakes and stuff on almost anything. I guess he feel like putting pepper flakes and stuff is like a gourmet. Eric, I'm gonna have to go ahead and just broadcast you on this one because for real now, I was something like, man, if you what did you used to cook? Sausage, y'all. This man used to have me making the little round patty sausage, and he would literally put hot sauce in the pan with the sausage. And I'm just like, come on, man, you just overboard. You ain't gotta do all that. Like, what you doing that for? You could at least just drip some hot sauce on it. Now he want to put the hot sauce in the pan while the sausage was in the pan. I'm just like extra, extra. Nope, I'm not talking about you. What I got to talk about you for? Besides all the times that you abused me, humiliated me, had me going through, and then the way you talked on my doggone name. So what am I supposed to say about yours? All right, nothing. Because my mama say, if I ain't got nothing nice to say, then don't say nothing at all. And I just told you earlier, I'm not saying nothing to you. Not saying nothing to you, not saying nothing about you. Now, if it just so happen to slip out, then all right, cool, whatever. But no, and now I don't put them other two men above you. Them other two men just ain't never did me the way you did me. You gotta understand, Eric actually was there to try to help me because he knew that you was doing me wrong. Jeremy just didn't know how not to play with me like that. Like, he just didn't know that he can't play with me like that. Well, y'all gotta give it to him. He even had a whole bunch of females in his past that he can play with like that. So I'm just like, well, you know, it is what it is. Um, Once again, I have no hard feelings. I didn't always told this man I didn't trust him, and I always have looked at him like he's a man that I once knew, which is my father. Every damn thing, excuse my language, because my endeavors now listen to me. Everything that I told y'all, um, it happened. Like, it's true. Like, I ain't got no reason to sit here and lie to y'all. I keep on saying, go do your research. That means go ask the people that I am mentioning about everything that I'm saying to see if I'm telling the truth or not. Am I lying or am I not lying? Because, you know, it can always be solved by going and talking to the people that I have mentioned. Why you think I call names? It ain't defamation of character when it's the truth. And that's the reason why I know I can't be sued for nothing. Like, so I be sitting over here like, nice try. Come on, come on, come with it again. Just like them papers that y'all sent me earlier the other day, yesterday, whatever day it was. Yeah, it was yesterday. I just was like, oh. So y'all think that I don't now I don't even understand why Big Bag number two even attempted to do this. I don't even understand as much evidence that I have on her stalking me and all the stuff that she has done. What in the world would even make her feel like she can do it? Like, oh, she was really trying to see who was gonna no, nobody likes her, and I'm just gonna try to play the innocent card, and I fear for my life. Girl, stop it, I say, because how you feel for your doggone life, but you was riding in the car with Ashley for her to come over my house to bust out my doggone car windshield when me and my children was here, as well as not my children, but it was Dallas' girlfriend, other two children that was here as well. And that is, and his girlfriend tried to use that against me, like I was the cause of putting her children, not my. He ain't saying nothing about my kids or our kids. He was making it like her kids in danger, and I'm just like, well, wait a minute, wasn't all us in the house? How am I putting children at danger? I'm just my bad, y'all. Of course, I'm gonna be stopped and stuttering because I'm sitting here trying to figure, like, it's not making sense. So you mean tell me at real late at night, dark outside, somebody come to my house, travel all the way to my house. We're all black on, so their intentions were definitely known to come and bust out my car windshield. Now, y'all, I still got the pictures of the car windshield and how it was busted. I'm talking about hit the driver's side. She just kept hitting that one like, you ain't gonna never drive nowhere, like right nowhere. Ashley, yes, ma'am, you were caught on camera doing that. Yes, you were. Okay. Oh, not to mention, I heard that you actually moved. Now. See, that's what got you. When you was sitting up there trying to tell me like Jeremy moved you to Chattanooga just to be with him, I didn't give a doggone. Girl, I didn't. Shoot. So, hell. Okay. But that's not exactly how it happened. And, I'm just saying. But with you texting that little thing or texting that little bit to my phone, that's what let the police and everybody else know that you ain't really been here. So that means that you actually traveled here for a job, right? Because that's how they looking at it with all this stuff and how it's unfolding. You came here for one specific reason, and that was to date this man to keep him away from me for some money. Because now let's be honest, y'all. Pop Lonzo, tell them if I'm lying. If me and Jeremy would have continued to be together, he would have got his money, I would have got my money, and it wouldn't have been nothing that nobody could have did about it. But keeping us separate, as if like y'all been trying to do for the longest, is trying to keep both of us stuck. But guess what? Y'all don't know that I know. That's keeping everybody stuck because ain't nobody got no money around here. Because y'all would have been able to be in our doggone pockets real tough if we would have had the money. But with us not having the money, y'all don't have access to it. Come on now, man. Y'all gotta, man, come on now. When I say that, now this is me thinking in my criminal mind that I could have been. I could have been a criminal. Yes, I could have. I'm just scared to go to jail, y'all. Like, not scared to go to jail, apparently, because apparently somebody thought that I was scared to go to jail, thought that I was going to have a meltdown or something like that. That is when the man said, either I have two choices, go to the mental hospital or go to jail right in front of my children's school. I was just like, all right, let me go to jail then. Shoot. I just be, I just lose a couple of pounds for a day or so, because I ain't eating nothing in there. I ain't drank nothing, y'all. I was so doggone dehydrated and parched by the time I got to that mental health evaluation place because they lied. Once again, I'm gonna keep on saying this. If I had two options and I said, let me go to jail for disorderly conduct, then why in the world, after I was booked and was only supposed to be there for 4 hours, from my understanding, actually, from my lawyer's understanding, if it was disorderly conduct and I don't have nothing else on my record, I was supposed to just been getting a ticket and actually getting a court date to go to court, but I ended up having to go to jail. And when I end up getting booked, I was only supposed to be there like maximum hold for like 4 hours since I don't have a record and I've never really did nothing else in my life. Period. Um, but I was there for 24 hours. Well, almost 24 hours. So when I end up getting ready to be released, and I had to ask the old Miss Ma'am that works over there at Civadale. I remember exactly who you were. Uh-huh. When I asked her what was taking so long for me to be released, she said, well, you still got to go to a mental health evaluation. I was sitting there like, well, wait a minute. So you tell me I got two options, not her, but the other man told me I had two options, right? So when I said I'd go to jail because I know I didn't do nothing, that wasn't good enough. Then y'all kept me in there way longer than I wasn't even supposed to go to jail anyway. But then y'all kept me in there way longer than when I was supposed to be in there. And then y'all still gonna sit here and tell me I gotta do. Well, y'all shouldn't have gave me no option anyway. Y'all should have just been like, look, we gonna sit you over here for a little while. Cause I like to be honest and upfront with people. So that's what I would have did if I was an officer. And that's how it was gonna work. I would have been, oh, Mr. Officer, the one that arrested me, the same one that I got multiple police reports when I was telling you about my identification being stolen and all the rest of that. Baby, I went all the way to Emmacola and told you that, yeah, drove in my own car. So miss me. Um, when I got there and I was sitting on a little slabby thingy, with no shoes on, y'all. Y'all, oh, I'm talking about I was about to lose my doggone mind. I was something like, I know they ain't finna give me no doggone flip flops that a whole bunch of people that had their feet on and I ain't even got no socks. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, no, this cannot be life right now. Anyway, I asked the man, how long was I gonna have to be there? He said, oh, just a couple of hours. Them couple of hours turned into 12 hours, turned into almost 24 hours. Because, yes, now you cannot say that it was not 24 hours. When I was arrested, I went to my children's school at 8 o'clock in the morning to see if my children was actually gonna arrive at school. Because, like I told the CPS lady, I'm scared of what Dallas may do. If he gets my children, I may not see my kids no more. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all done seen plenty of movies about men or women or whatever taking and kidnapping their own kids to keep them away from the parent. I know this man's mind frame, y'all. That's what I was scared and nervous about. Go look at them other Facebook videos when I said, somebody please go get my kids. That was a mother that was in concern that she done gave her children to the opposite parent, not knowing the opposite parent's motives. Right. But without me having actual factual proof, I didn't have a reason to actually keep them away from him. Right. Anywho, just like, yeah, what I'm finna call her Jada Pinkett. No, we're not talking about you. Y'all know the movie Taraji. Yeah, when the Japanese ex-husband or whatever took the son, and then she had to sit there and go through all the nobody being able to help her to get her kids back out. That's pretty much the movie of my life that I just went through when I was trying to pre-warn folks what was going on. And she even felt like, y'all could see through the movie that she felt like something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. Especially when she called and she couldn't get a hold of her kids and he wouldn't let her talk. I knew, it's called intuition. Mothers always have that when it comes to their kids. So, anywho, I ended up going to the school at 8 o'clock. You got to understand, the same officer, well, not the same officer, but the officer took me from jail to the mental health place. And I was still in handcuffs too, y'all. Still in handcuffs. Ain't no fucking, excuse my language, Underable. Ain't no criminal at all. But I'm in handcuffs, y'all. Right. I really felt violated, but they really wanted me to flip out. So I'm just like, you know what? I started listening in my head, dreams and nightmares. Y'all already know that's my song. And that's the song that I was going through as I was like, okay, well, you know, I guess my worst nightmare is what I'm gonna have to go through in order for my dreams to come true. I can always resonate that a lot of different ways. My dreams are y'all worst nightmares. Y'all worst nightmares are my dreams. However you want to put it. So I go in there and talk to the lady, tell her what was going on, tell her about the stolen money, told her and gave her the evidence and proof that I had. She asked me if I had a plan. I said yes. She said, all right. And I told her to call Shunny. I believe I gave her your number. And I wanted you to know firsthand by the people that you try to send me to that it wasn't nothing wrong with me and they couldn't hold me for nothing. They couldn't find no doggone mental issue because I'm not mental. Y'all want to make me mental by pissing me off. But that's not going to work because any two times I know somebody's trying to do something, I'm not going to allow you to do it. Just like Jeremy, you wanted to piss me off about being with somebody else and you wanted me to try to chase you. That's not going to work because I knew what you were trying to do. That is, you wanted me to constantly have to beg you about my children. That's not going to work because I knew what you were doing. Eric, you couldn't just open your mouth and tell me you want to be begged. Well, you did, and I laughed, and so I'm sorry for that. But I don't see that working out. I don't, because I'm actually trying to go somewhere in life, like trying to elevate. And I don't like the way you don't stand up for yourself, and I have to stand up for myself. And the man that's gonna be there for me, he's gonna have to stand up for me too, because I have children, and I want my boys to know how to be a stand-up man. That means if I can have a man in that position to be a stand-up guy to give him or guide my children in that aspect, then that means I have to do it. So if I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna have to be the person to do it, I'm gonna do it by myself. I'm not gonna just have no man beside me and I gotta stand up for me, you, and all the kids, and I gotta get no, baby. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you let your mama just eat you out. Now my aunt is listening, so I can't cuss too much. Yeah, and that's exactly how I feel about your family members. Like, man, come on now, man. I can't believe you even. Let me shut up, cause I don't like talking about people family, cause I don't want nobody to talk about mine. I really don't care though. I mean, I really don't. If it's the truth, it's the truth. It is what it is. All right, let's get back to this doggone reading, cause what y'all don't know is on them last two videos down below, it was explaining how my cousin Shani actually do have my money, and she didn't want the story to be out because she didn't want people to know what she was doing, and she was purposely keeping me isolated so she can keep a hold over my money. So we're gonna get back into it.
And let you free. That's really the solve of the problem here. It's all about the money. 10 of Pentacles upright. And it's a lot of money, I'll tell you that. It's pulling up as 10 Pentacles upright. I mean, this is like positive 10, positive 10. It's the biggest money card in the throw. There are many series of chain events. They're about to be forced to do it whether they want to or not. There are many series of chain events. They're about to be forced to do it whether they want to or not. Five of Wands, they're having conflict because they don't want to let go of your money. But I heard it's your money, Leo. Now, I didn't hear what sign or signs. It could be one person or two plus that has the hold of your money. But I heard through many series of chain events, they're about to be forced to. They're having conflicts, fights over your money. Nine of Swords reverse. I don't think you're stressed out about this. Whoever you are, I feel you've moved on. You're probably growing and manifesting yourself, or you have. I feel you have stability, whoever you are, but I feel you gained it on your own.
Did.
But whatever this is, it's a lot of money.
Pause. And that didn't come from selling my behind, selling no drugs, or doing anything illegal to get it. I went to work. Everybody know I work. Like, I've been working since I was 14 years old. Like, I'm always going to work. Then make sure that I have what I need to have. So, you know where y'all was getting at with that. Trying to make it seem like I was just down on my doggone luck. And I gotta depend on some old man to be. No, I would never. Like, I would never. Like, I literally would throw up before I ever even think about it. Ever. Like, oh, trust me, I got my receipts too, because they were sending a lot of old men my way, and I know because they started snitching on themselves. You know, what else was I finna say? It was something else I was finna say. Oh yeah. So anybody that's listening, especially for my family that don't know about tarot, because I know my work family actually know. Leo, strong. Very strong. And throughout this whole situation, I have had to be extremely strong. So it's not about the sign, it's about the energy that I take on. So it's a lot of signs that y'all are gonna hear. Like when y'all listen to the Cancer reading, that has a lot to do with my daughter. That has something to do with this situation, with this new pictures and situation, all that, because she's a Cancer. Just like I said with my work husband, when he was saying something in his reading earlier, he said Virgo, Scorpio, Leo, Pisces. Did I say Virgo? I think I already said Virgo. I have a Virgo son. That Jeremy did you or did you not have an agreement with my son about what you? Yeah, you did. I ain't gonna talk about it. That's for you and Damien to discuss. Cancer, my two Cancer and Leo, them two girls that look up to you, and you don't be wanting to disappoint. True enough. Them two. Now you know. I don't know what it is if you don't know that Dason actually look at you like you his daddy and have for a long time. I still held on to the picture that he drew for you right after you left. And I told him that you would be back to get it. I still got it. Because I'm not going to disappoint my son like that. But if you would like, you can go look in the videos down below. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of it or at least put it in the video. And it was a house. And it had mom, dad, and dad. You've always been a part of his life. Eric, I'm not leaving you out. You know that my children love you dearly. You still pop or pop up to them, right? And you understand that Dallas didn't even want you to call. Literally, that y'all, the last time Dallas brought my children by Eric's house, I heard that my children called him, and was excited to call him Papa, you know, to get out and see him. And Dallas, did you or did you not turn around and say his name is Eric? You don't say that to no damn kids. Deborah, excuse my language, but that's serious. You don't say that to no damn kids. My children, what, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, I know it had to be the smallest 3 boys because them the ones that care about that man the most because they always, hell, he damn near raised Smoke. Surreal, my youngest son, y'all, when I was, how old was Surreal when I first met you, Eric? Well, when I came back in contact with you, my son was younger than a year when I actually moved in with Eric and his granddaddy. So you got to understand, yes, Surreal knows who his father is, but it was Eric that was there. Eric that was there when all my children had a doggone stomach virus at one time and everybody was throwing up and he was the one cleaning up and stuff like that. Like, my children remember stuff like that. Eric is the first man that allowed Smoke to bump his head on the damn concrete. And I'm sitting there like, what the, my baby? He's just like, man, he a boy. And I'm sitting there like, man, that's my son. Like, he never tried to take your role as being a father, Dallas. He was just playing his role in the position that he was in. That's supposed to be respect, not jealousy. And don't ever do that when it comes to my kids. Cause you make my children feel like they ain't supposed to have care and love for a man that they supposed to care and love for. That's a man that was there for them. And not just my boys. You seen that even still with me and Eric not being together. Who pulled up or who strolled around the corner for my girl's birthday? Whether if it was just at the park, whether if it was just, a piece of cake. My girls wanted them there or wanted him there. That is, you got to understand, you missed out when you allowed me to walk out the door with our kids and another man to actually step into that position. You did it to yourself. And you can't hate me. You can't hate our kids for having a relationship and the love that they have for that man. And you sure can't hate that man for wanting to still be there for them kids. You need to start dealing with your own issues as a grown man. That to piss me off, because that really pissed me off when I heard that, because I could only imagine how my kids felt when you said his name is Eric. That probably made them feel real bad, because they know him as Papa, and they gonna always know him as that. I ain't finna take that away from them, and you ain't either. They know Jeremy as their germ. No matter how I feel about it, that's what it is. And when it come to my kids, that's what it's gonna always be, okay? You can't change that. And if you try to change that with your own willpower, it's only going to change in your favor, not for your favor, should I say. Just like you trying to change them and try to turn them against me. It's not turning in your favor, is it? Because you trying to rip out our children damn heart and trying to put in whatever you want, like we at Build-A-Bear. You wrong. You dead wrong. Because if you couldn't stand up and be the man you were supposed to be, because these other 2 children outside of our 6 and these other 2 men would have never existed if you would have stood up and been the man you were supposed to be. I would have never had to depend on another man at all for anything. But you mad because I decided not to take abuse from you and I decided to run away. I don't care how it looked to nobody else. I was getting me and my kids about that situation no matter how hard I had to fight. And I will continue to fight to get my children out of your manipulative ways and a home that they should not be in, as well as being around some little boys that don't know how to keep their hands to themselves. That's on you. But I'm for always and forever do what I'm supposed to do for my kids, regardless if you like it or not. Shunny, I'm going to always and forever stand up for myself. I will never allow nobody to manipulate me, to do any. It's not going to work. And I've been there. You should have tried that before I hit 18. I'm grown now. Now, what you have done is finna be broadcasted over the whole doggone Chattanooga news everywhere, worldwide. You done it to yourself. Now deal with that. All right, bye.